Thanks for joining us today for this Baynote Best Practice webinar. 3 tips for advanced merchandising success. Let me go ahead and advance the slides here. My name is Dan Darnell. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Product for Baynote, and I will be your presenter, host, and question answerer today. So just to get to the meat of the conversation here, I'll give you a quick overview of our new product, Baynote One, and then we'll dig into some topics around best practices for weekly promotional emails, targeted website promotions, personalized product recommendations, and then wrap up with some key takeaways and questions and answers. So why are we here? Well, I think what probably grabbed your attention is how do I increase conversion rates dramatically for my site? And what we know is that when you introduce personalized, relevant content to the site, people who interact with that content are much more likely to convert across different segments of retail, up to 6 to 7 times that of other people who are on the site. The other main benefit, of course, is that not only are those people converting at a better rate, but they actually have a higher average order value. Depending on the industry, some cases up to, in this case, 46% higher. And that's because we're able to do really effective cross-selling and upselling to these customers to get them to buy more. Just to give you some perspective from Baynote on what we think the future of commerce looks like and what we're building technology for, we kind of call this the 3 Ps of modern commerce. That commerce is going to be more pervasive and seamless, so no matter how your customers choose to interact, you'll be able to create a personal experience for them, regardless of how they come in. Mobile device, tablet, whatever. Your experience should be relevant and personal to them. The next generation of commerce experiences are predictive. That means we're going to have to use things like machine learning and big data to predict what customers are looking for and to put relevant options in front of them. And finally, the next generation of experiences are personal and tailored. With the expansion of catalogs, with the proliferation of options that people have to enter our sites through other devices, we have to cut through that clutter and give them a personal, relevant experience. Baynote One is our new product that helps create seamless personal experiences for customers across sessions, devices, and touchpoints. There are 3 key components that we see to delivering that personal experience. First, you need to understand your customer, including what they like, what's popular in their area, and what they're likely to buy next. Second, you need one view into that system. So, having a seamless personal experience is driven by your marketing and merchandising teams working together within a single set of tools to drive that experience. And finally, you need a real-time system that can help you deliver a personal, relevant experience across all those devices and touch points, so you can get to that true omni-channel, one-to-one experience. Let's take a look at each of these quickly. So one customer. For us, this comes down to what we call the customer experience profile. This is where we bring all of the experience data for customers into a single persistent repository that we can access with our machine learning algorithms, as well as access the data in real time to personalize experiences. Let's take a look at an example. So for this customer, we can actually see what kinds of information she has been browsing on the site, what she's really been interested in and engaged with, what she's purchased both online and in the store. That's really helpful for understanding attribution and understanding how the website is impacting in-store purchases, as well as market basket analysis. If you look on the lower right, we can also take from that information her inferred preferences and interests based on the categories that she's interested in, based on styles of items that she has engaged with. We can infer what kinds of things she's most likely to be interested in. And on the upper right, you can see the marketing segments that she's a member of. So these could be your marketing segments coming from a marketing system that you've created. Let's say you have half a dozen or a dozen segments. Or these could be audience segments coming from an advertising system like a data management platform, coming into the system telling us what they think this person might be interested in. As well as other data, we might know she's female, has children in her household, things like that could be helpful in modeling and figuring out what she's most likely to be interested in. And you can see along the bottom there, we don't need any PII to build this profile. It's cross-device, and it's accessible in real time. Next part is View. This is a self-service, business user-friendly console which marketers and merchandisers can use to help drive the experience. So gone are the days when you have to call someone on a specialized team or call a vendor to make changes to the merchandising or marketing modules that you're using throughout your experience. And it includes things like built-in A/B testing, so you can test those different strategies for yourself and see what works. And finally, One Experience. What does that mean to us? Well, we're covering a couple parts of what Baynote One can do today, but there's a lot more that the platform has to offer, from helping with advertising and making that smarter, landing pages. We're going to talk a little bit about promotions, but also on-site search, sorting, and other capabilities. So if you're interested in any of those, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to talk to you about those. Let's go ahead and jump into the 3 tips. First one is about weekly promotional emails. So let's look at this in terms of a persona and what the problems are for a group of people who are out there trying to drive customers to come back to their website. So John's an email marketer for a fast-growing online retailer. He knows from looking at the data that his existing customers spend more time and spend more money on the site than the new customers. So he wants to find ways to intelligently interact with them. His marketing team already curates a list of promotional items for his site, and he'd like to use that. And he wants to create a targeted email, but literally there are hundreds of products in their promotional grouping, and they tend to stock out quickly because people see those kind of bargain products and will scoop them up. So if he sends an email on Monday and someone doesn't open it until Wednesday, it's possible that the items he's highlighted could be out of stock by Wednesday. So what's the solution for John? Well, what Baynote One allows you to do is do these periodic emails where you're only showing products from the promotional category or from your promotional item set, and we're rendering those in real time for the customer as they open them. So you're actually making a call to our system in real time. We're getting the right set of promotional items that's personalized for that customer, injecting them into the email so they're seeing the most relevant products for them right now based on what's available in your promotion set. This works with your existing email platform or ESP, so you don't need to have a new one. And I think that's a constant theme for Baynote. We work with the systems you already have in place to integrate with them and to make them more intelligent and more interactive with your customer. And as I said, this is on open, so we're embedding in real time within that email interaction. So on the right-hand side, you can see, hey, this might be an email. I might have hundreds of promotional items. I just happen to know this person is really interested in kitchen knives right now. Maybe they're looking for new knives. These might be the best fit promotional items for that customer, and I'm showing to them. They're very likely to be interested in this email. I've cut the clutter down from hundreds of promotional products to 8 here, and I'm showing them relevant content that they're going to be interested in. Key takeaways: one-time setup. This is a huge value add for this. Once you set up the email, the catalog with promotional items and the email templates, you don't have to go edit those every week. You literally just have to send this promotional email every week, and we'll actually pick up the promotional items that are the things that are currently on promotion in the catalog, and we're going to inject those real-time into email. So literally you could set this weekly just to send this email, and it would pick up new promotional items each week, literally with you without having to do anything on your own. And even if, to the last point, they were to open the email you sent this week, to open that next week, they would actually see the promotional items that are available next week. So they wouldn't see things that have been, that are out of stock or that are no longer on promotion. They would see this week's promotions. If you're interested in that solution, I encourage you to reach out, talk to someone here about the email promotions capability, and get more information about that. Let's take a look at the next solution, which is targeted on-site promotions. So Jennifer is an online marketer for a large multi-channel retailer. Now she manages on-site promotional content. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means. She's a little frustrated though, and this is a pretty consistent theme that we see in the market, because she's not really able to target promotional content on her site in a granular way. She has a couple of user groups or segments that she can target content to in her CMS, but that's just not enough. People are moving in and out of those segments, so tagging someone as part of a user group and then tagging content for a specific user group is not really a scalable solution, and it doesn't get her to very granular content, the kind of content that she needs. Promotional content can take a couple forms. It could take the form of a hero image or content that directs people to a specific area of the site. It doesn't have to include an offer. I'm just trying to broaden your definition of what promotional content is. So these could be, hey, check out our new arrivals. You should think of that as promotional content, as well as offers, which can, be part of your promotional mix. These could be free shipping offers. These could be, double points if you have a loyalty program. These could be specific offers for card members. So it's not just offer content. It's also any promotional content that you might have that directs people to specific areas. You can now target this content to the users who you think might be most interested in it. So our solution is we help you build a catalog of content, probably content you already have. You create a catalog for us, which is shared. Could be coming straight out of your promotion management system, or it could be an Excel file, literally, that you create and manage. It could be literally that easy. And what we're going to do is personalize the promotions that are shown based on things like customer attributes, like their location, segment membership or preferences, context attributes. For example, on the page they're looking at, what promotions are available there, or in a specific category of the site, we want to show specific types of promotions. And finally, the real-time attributes that they have, like their cart value. Hey, I don't want to show this promotion until cart value hits a certain level, right? Because I think that'll push them over the edge. What we do then is, based on the criteria that you help set up, we might then get a larger set of promotions we can optimize within that and pick the correct ones for the customer. Let's take a look at a quick example. So this extends, and I'm using this example very purposefully because this isn't just about those promo offers. This can literally be a set of hero images on the home page. You could have hundreds of such images, and this is about picking the right ones for each customer, driving that one-to-one experience. So in this case, we might have a variety of conditions that the marketers and merchandisers have set up that are related to, hey, everybody can see a certain set of promotional content. That way I make sure that no matter what happens, I've got promotional content that's being shown. But then, you know what? I want to restrict certain kinds of promotional content to only certain types of users, whether that's by their location, whether that's by the time frame. Hey, I know these products sell particularly well during these time frames, like from the beginning of September to the end of October. Or it could be their segment membership. Hey, you know what? I've got a bunch of stuff on office furniture, for example, and I want to show that to people who buy office furniture, either because of their segment membership or their express preferences. And similarly for children's items. So you can see how the marketer really helps shape the experience that happens on the site. And then the optimization can kick in, because each user in the scenario may have many different promotional items that they are eligible for. And what we can do is optimize within that set. We can use the machine learning to say, hey, given that Dan is eligible for all these items, what should I show him right now based on what he's doing, what I've seen happening on the site, and his customer information. So there might be 10 promos. Hey, you know what? Let's pick the best 3 and show those as part of a dynamic hero carousel on the homepage. Benefits, like everything else. You really don't have to do a lot. Once you set this up, it's a self-learning system, so it's going to continue to run and optimize over time. We have that self-service aspect of this. So while we help set it up with you initially, if you want to go change things, you want to change the rules that are in place, all that is self-service and can be done by business users. And you don't have to have all of this data in a promotion management system somewhere. You can literally, as I said, create a spreadsheet of this data and give that to us, and we can use that to determine what promotions to show to which users. And we have all the customer information within our customer experience profile, so we can match those easily together for people coming to the site. And we're not limited in terms of the amount of content. There are a lot of systems where I can have 1 or 2 promotions per user group. That's not the case here. And what we've seen with customers when they're doing this, that conversion rates go up dramatically when you show the right promotional content to people on the website. Let's talk about the last tip. I realize we're moving quickly. If any of these are interesting to you, I encourage you to talk to someone on our team and learn more about it. I'm sure they would be happy to talk more about it, show you a demo and other things of these various solutions. So the final solution is personalized product recommendations. So Abigail is an online merchandiser. She's working in a multi-channel retailer, and she has product recommendations on her product detail pages. Maybe those are delivered as part of her commerce platform or some other tool that she has purchased in the past. Her challenge is, this is what we hear constantly from people, look, I have a recommendation engine, like a product recommendation engine, but it just kind of shows the same thing to everyone. It doesn't really seem to be personalized. If she does want to change what's shown on a particular page, she has to call the vendor, or she may have to talk to a specialized team within IT or some other group to make changes. And she can't really highlight things like outfits. So, a common request in apparel is, I want to be able to, show matching tops and bottoms. I want to be able to show the outfit that's currently in my catalog. A lot of these are common requests, and she has the same issue. And you know what? She'd like to have more recommendations on a variety of pages. For example, on the category pages, within the home page, on search results pages, null search results pages, cart, and elsewhere. So Baynote's solution, we offer personalized product recommendations plus advanced merchandising capabilities. So you can see these in two different ways. We have fully automated, personalized product recommendations. Literally set those up, they will run, set it and forget it. And for those of you who would like to use the merchandising controls, you can set up a more customized look and feel for your site. For example, looking at this sport coat page, we can see clearly that the merchandiser has gone in and said, you know what, I really wanted to blend the business attire look and a casual look. So what they're doing is they're using our view console to go in and tell the system what kinds of items to display, not the exact item to display. In doing so, they're creating the look that they want for that specific page, but they're letting the machine learning do the heavy lifting. So our engine is still supplying the product recommendations that are highly relevant, the things that are most likely to go with this jacket, thereby making the jacket more interesting, because now I can see that it goes with multiple looks, and increasing average order value. Now I'm looking at this saying, great, as a guy, I could literally have 2 looks that go with this jacket. I think I'll buy it all. So the key benefits there, personalized product recommendations that adapt to user preferences and behavior. So as people are moving through the site, the more we know about them, the more tailored we can make those recommendations for them. We have that self-service aspect to it. So whereas Abigail was frustrated now that she can't make those changes, now she can. She's in complete control, and she has those advanced merchandising features she's looking for. And the beauty of the system is it's fully automated, and where she wants to test, she can. So if she wants to test one strategy versus another, she's free to do that in up to a 4-way test. She could have 4 different strategies that she's testing against each other. So she's really driving that data-driven merchandising approach. So key takeaways. I realize that's been a quick overview. If any of these solutions are interesting to you, I encourage you to reach out and talk to somebody here. We would be happy to demo, and I think what you'll find is we actually love to show off our user interface, the console that you'll be using, because it is truly a self-service user experience. This is a new platform. I think what you're seeing here is new functionality and capability that's being driven by a new big data platform that's driving these truly seamless personal experiences across touch points. This isn't something that was built 5 years ago, right? This is something that's been built within the last couple of years. We're going to integrate with those existing systems you have. So if you're thinking, wow, this sounds like a big project, and I don't think I would be able to do that for the next 6 months, we're integrating with the e-commerce systems, the CMS systems, the email systems that you already have in place. So this is literally something that you could be doing in weeks, not months. And that self-service aspect shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, I encourage you to ask for a demo of the functionality you're interested in and see that self-service console in action. It really is a huge advantage for people who would like to be able to do this stuff for themselves. So with that, hopefully some folks have asked questions. Let's go ahead and take a look in the console here, and we'll see if people have asked some questions. All right, looks like we do have some questions here. First question is about email. Do you work with specific email providers? We use ExactTarget. Will your product work with them? Yeah, it's a great question. We're not. We have partnerships with certain providers out there, but our system has to be designed to be pretty much vendor agnostic. We have a variety of integrations. We have batch email integration where we can give you a batch file. We have server to server, which is on send email, and we have the real-time email injection directly into the browser as they're opening the email. With those three integrations, we've been able to integrate with just about anybody, and usually with multiple integrations if needed, to solve whatever problem we're looking for with email service providers. Let's go ahead and see if we have some other questions here. For promotion content, do I need to have some kind of promotion system in-house to manage that? Well, we talked a little bit about this. No. If you have content in the CMS, one of the advantages of our approach is that the file that you're giving us, depending on how much content you have, literally can be the metadata around those pieces of promotional content. So, you might be looking to have a promotional system in place within a year or two. You don't have to wait for that in order for us to help you intelligently manage that promotional content. If you're interested in learning more about how that system works, we'd be happy to drill down and show you what that file looks like and talk about how you can manage the file structure to get the kinds of results you're looking for. Let's go ahead and take one more question before our time's up. What kinds of retailers does Dano work with? Are there names that I would know? Absolutely. We work with a lot of leading retailers you know, companies like J.Crew, Crate & Barrel, Hayneedle, great brands out there in the industry who are driving really the future of personalized, seamless personalized commerce experiences. So I think what's been great about that is that we have these great relationships with these brands where we're able to work with them and really drive towards the future. So we certainly have great brands out there that we're working with, and we're working collaboratively with them to drive the future of commerce. With that, I'm going to wrap up. I want to thank everybody for joining us today for this webinar on 3 tips for advanced merchandising. Have a great day.